Ladies and gentlemen, the final days for Attack on Titan are now ticking down, as after the leaked release date yesterday, the team over at Shueisha and Attack on Titan have dropped our first look at the final episode of Attack on Titan, and boy, is it a doozy. It revealed a brand new Titan form, many actually, the return of the Jaw Titan, and as well, multiple Warhammer Titans that shoot lightning bolts? Well, we're gonna talk all about it, non-spoiler of course, with speculation, and as well a dedicated spoiler section somewhere in the second half of the video. So before we start the non-spoiler section, help a fella out, drop a like, subscribe, and join my community Discord server, which you absolutely should. Attack on Titan is ending eventually, so I'd love to have everyone I can get in the server so we can all experience it together. We're also doing a complete rewatch of Attack on Titan in the server currently. Links in the pinned comment below. So there is one quote which I feel pretty vindicated on, not gonna lie, which is the main quote in this trailer where Eren states to Armin, "Armin, it's just like you said, I'm a slave to freedom." I did an entire video based on this concept and how Eren, Yeager, is what he is, and that's a slave to freedom. Check the video out to get a more in-depth version of what I'm about to say. This quote is very important because this is coming off recently Eren calling Armin and Mikasa slaves, and as well calling Zeke a slave. This quote here proves that Eren is a hypocritical character, all things considered, and we can also prove this by going back to Season 3 with a quote from a character named Kenny Ackerman, where he states, quote, "Everybody is a slave to freedom." I'm paraphrasing here, of course. But a big theme of Attack on Titan is freedom and slavery, and even the most free people are slave to something that they feel they have to do and are burdened by. Eren in this example is a character who is a slave to his own ideals of freedom, and because of that, he can't back down from the rebelling, and he can't stop his friends from stopping him either. It's both a driving factor in what Eren does with every decision, but also one that has its limits and will be a factor in any potential downfall he has. Keep in mind as well, Eren is tunnel-visioned on the ideal of freedom by Season 4. He's, after all, sifting through so many memories of the future and past, and is using it as a way to keep moving and driving himself forward. So, he doesn't get lost in time. This is evident with final episode part 1, at the beginning when he's walking through Marley and seeing himself already going through with the rumbling. He's a slave to freedom and a slave to his inevitable future. He could have stopped it, but he couldn't because Eren Yeager from day 1 of this series is the exact same character we're now seeing do what he is doing now. He has never changed, and always remember that. As for the rest of the trailer, we see this pretty shot of Ymir looking ghostly and haunting. It always impresses me how they draw Ymir because she looks so silent and solemn, but yet at the same time, her body language tells you the story of a little girl who was defeated and has no hope or joy left. It's just working constantly to create the Titans for war. It's a sad existence. Then we see this panning shot of all these Titans on Eren's founding Titan skeleton. One of them looks like a reptile, one of them is an armor Titan, one is a cart Titan. We even see another female Titan when it pans up some more, which they then reuse in the same shot to the right here. Nice copy and paste, Mappa. Can't wait for the 500 people to proclaim Mappa an Attack on Titan's downfall over something that will surely be changed on the final release. Yep, no way any sane person would do anything like that, right? But hey, I was talking about the sane ones. Either way, this sheds light on my theory that those wielding the female Titan might indeed take on the form of a female Titan, no matter their gender. We then see Eren's founding Titan once more, and it's simply a spectacle to look at. Both beautiful and yet at the same time, nightmare fuel. This time though, we get a much clearer shot at its torso and top of its rib cage. And if you think about it, we would have likely gotten a more original founding Titan look, like Ymir's, if Gabby didn't hitmarker Eren. I mean, you know how it is, pesky lag. Then of course, we see the armor Titan, which like the female Titan, seems to be Mappa's favorite Titan to produce, as it always seems these two get the most love from animators and artists. I mean, seriously, the armor Titan here looks in peak form and simply immaculate. So good job Mappa and the contracted studios who worked on this too. We then see a grayed out, Jaw Titan? Okay, what's going on here? Well, I would love to hear your theories on why the Jaw Titan and all these other Titans are back, but what does it mean? And what do the anime original viewers on my channel think? Also, I just made my day so much worse by moderating an AOT comment section, but it'll be worth it. Post your comments down below. We then see Sexy Man John, you heard me, with a satchel of thunder spears, lob one at another Titan with some really good looking and fluid animation. Great stuff here. Same with Connie, who does the same. I'm glad they showed our boys some love in this trailer. Then here is the other big surprise, another Jaw Titan of some kind. We get a nice close-up of this Titan with a pretty neat design. Nothing too crazy, which is what surprised me. But I wonder whose Titan this was before, from what era, and what did they do? And that just leads me to ask you guys the question, would you love to see some sort of Attack on Titan spinoff showing a lot of these other Titans? Also, the explosion of the Titan's face from the Thunder Spear, I mean, just goes to show you how integral this weaponry is to the Survey Corps, and how integral Mappa is to Attack on Titan. We then see a close-up shot of the female Titan, which I'm sure made the boys in the crowd happy. Once again, Mappa really loved their female and armor Titan, and it's no different here. She looks incredible. Speaking of looking incredible, we got Peak here, emerging from her cart Titan to seemingly push in the detonator for the dynamite that they got off of the flying boat in the previous episode, and I will say as a manga reader, Peak is Peak. Trust me, you'll thank me later. We then see the stoic faces of our Ackerman characters who are in the midst of battle, seemingly reacting to something likely in it. Levi in particular, we can see the bandage over his eye give an outline of his orbital bone, and it reminds me of what Levi has went through. But let's be real. He probably went from a perfect 10 to an 11 with scars and missing fingers. Somehow, it's Levi. We then see Mama Braun collapsing, most likely due to the horror on display. To be fair, I would too, but some really good, really killer animation here. Then we see in the next shot something really interesting. We see two Warhammer Titans with bows. One is firing at the Jaw Titan in the sky, and the other is firing electric bolts? This is just two examples of the Warhammer Titan and Titans in general that have the ability to do things we just don't see in the series proper. But yes, Titans can do these things. They first must learn how to do them though, which makes you think how much potential these forms have and how they've only really scratched the surface of it in this series. And even then, they've existed for thousands of years. We then see a shot of Armin, poor Armin. Dude has had it rough, and it shows the amount of immense stress he's dealing with in this scene right here. Almost looks like he's about to give up on whatever it is he's doing in this moment. And finally, we see shots of Mikasa, and then we see Thunder Spears firing from a very long range to meet the Founding Titan, and then we cut to black. The trailer is over. For non-spoiler watchers, what did you guys think about this trailer? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, join my Discord. I promise you I'm a friendly guy who is not scary, or maybe I am. Okay, no, I'm kidding, but am I? Anyways, yes, please go ahead and do that. And now let's get into our spoiler section, which will be brief. Here we'll explain all the Titans we saw and the scene of Armin here. So basically, when we see all of these Titans here, it's Eren and Zeke's memories and their knowledge that they have over thousands of years of the previous Titan forms that they can now recreate. So basically, this Titan here, yeah, that was at one point a real Titan, and Eren created it to use it in battle. Same with the Jaw Titan and the Warhammer Titans. The reason they're grayed out as well is because they come from the Founding Titan's bony spine, and thus are naturally grayed out. As well, this scene here with Armin is when he nearly almost gives up when seeing the previous Colossal Titan wielder, Barclophicus, and they have a short discussion. I actually don't remember the full context to this scene, but it is highly emotional to say the least. Other than that, there is nothing much else to spoil. If you guys enjoy my content, then consider becoming a patron where you'll gain access to my One Piece arc reviews. Would appreciate it if you could, or not. A like and sub will be more than enough for me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.